Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I'm
Well, I'm
Cadence.
Summer. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been a minute, but that's okay.
Sorry, our lives have been really hectic.
Yeah, so how have you been?
Super good. Obviously, like we've been doing VBS for the past 3 days,
Yes.
and you haven't been here, obviously, because you've been working. But God has been moving like crazy up in here.
I know. I'm excited.
Um, and today, you guys obviously don't know this, but today we're performing, or not performing. My bad.
Program.
The program's today. Thank you. I don't like the word performing in church. Our program is today, and I'm so excited. These kids just scream their hearts out, which is so amazing, and I'm so excited for you to see it.
Yes, that makes me happy. That's awesome.
What about you? What have you been up to?
I've just been very busy. I've been very busy making plans,
Hectic.
planning work, I've been starting to work out again.
Really?
Yes, I'm trying. It's
I've been trying to do
kind of
that
a
too,
struggle.
but I'm just like, save
Yes.
money.
Well, I've been doing it at home.
Okay.
And because I don't want to do a gym membership, which Planet Fitness, I did Planet Fitness for like a few months last year and it was great. Like I enjoyed it, but I just feel more comfortable doing it at my house.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those like mat thingies. I'm not going to be like doing yoga or anything, but
No.
just
No
working
yoga.
out.
We'll do that another day. No yoga.
I've just been like trying
But
to like
Pilates?
maybe, I don't know. I haven't thought about that, but I've been trying to just like better myself because I have been eating better minus the sugar. And I just want to like feel good, eat good, and because like I want to get in my word like daily. Like I'm always in my word.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard for me to actually sit down and like actually do a study instead of just reading like the verse of the day and then being like, okay, like that's enough.
That's it for the day.
Which like sometimes that's all I can do. But I also I'm like, I need to be more like better about making time for it. And I have been
that's good.
I used to do it like in the morning before I went to work, but then I was kind of on a time limit and like I didn't want to feel like I had so much time to do this. So I started doing it after work. So started working out, started doing that more consistently. I'm only going to do 2 days a week because I try to do 3 and I just
That's
could not.
okay. It's a start.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. Five and Below has so much stuff.
Oh, I should go there. I was
like
actually
there's like
near there yesterday.
There's weights for like $8.
Nice.
And they're nice weights and they're pink.
Ooh, pink.
But I'm kind of glad you brought that up because that's kind of what we're going to talk about today is Proverbs 31.
Yes, Proverbs 31. That is
a godly wife, a godly woman in general. So I'm kind of glad that you brought that up. That's going to be a good thing to talk about later.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh.
No, because it says in there like you need to better yourself and like just not only like I'm not saying you have to work out or anything, but definitely being in the right mindset. Because I feel like for me personally, like when I was working out, I was well, not then, but like now if I were to work out, I would be in the right mindset. And like I would be bettering myself and be bettering my mind for God.
And it, like you said earlier, it like motivates you to want to do other stuff too.
It does. And it is hard to work out. I'm not going to lie. It is because I don't work out, but I like to do it.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time going to the gym, like you said.
Yeah.
We might just have to take a Five and Below trip.
Maybe.
We
should
stack up on stuff.
Outside the podcast.
No,
we're going to take you guys with us. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we are going to read all of Proverbs 31, at least 10 through 31. So if you guys want to follow with us, please do. And if not, then I guess you get to listen to us mess up
your
words.
Bibles, or we will read it to you.
Yes, and forgive us because I have a hard time reading sometimes. I just get nervous. So just bear with me. Okay, so starting at verse 10. Who can find a wife of noble character? She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will not lack anything good. She rewards him with good, not evil, all days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from far away. She rises while it's still night and provides food for her household and proportions for her female servants. She evaluates a field and buys it. She plants a vineyard with her earnings. She draws on her strength and reveals that her arms are strong. She sees that her profits are good and her lamp never goes out at night. Do you want to continue reading or want me to go?
Sure. I kind of lost you. Where are you at? Sorry.
You're okay.
Oh,
you're okay.
Verse 19, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my version is a little bit different. So you might.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. NLT. All right, verse 19. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done, and let her deeds publicly declare her praise.
So good.
That's a powerful one, guys.
It's so powerful.
If you've never read that, like, you just got to dig deep, and that's what we're about to do. So,
and yeah, like Summer said, we both had different versions of this. So mine says something different, hers says something different. So just make sure that you're opening your own Bible to see what it says. It all means the same thing in the end, but it's very good for you to open it up and just get an idea for yourself about what it's saying.
And like find a version that helps you like understand it.
Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack here, I think. Let's just go with it.
All right.
Let's just talk about it. The first verse, who finds a wife of noble character, she is far more precious than jewels. And guys, I'm probably going to talk like this a lot because this is a good one. Like, she's far more precious than jewels. Doesn't matter if you have pearls on, doesn't matter if you have diamonds around your neck. She's far more precious than that.
Yes, she is.
And that's what I feel like a lot of people need to start to understand and come to terms with is like, I'm priceless. I'm priceless. No one can put a price on me no matter like, and that's what I think is so amazing. Like God made us from dust. He picked us up from dust or dirt is what I was told. And I know it's true because I know I did my research.
Good.
Dirt. And he created us. And I don't think I'd said this last time, but God made the earth in 6 days and rested on the 7th, right? He took 9 months with us.
Really? Oh, yeah. Duh. Oh, my gosh. I'm thinking like, really? That's crazy.
9 months?
Where's that in the Bible? I thought you meant like when he first created Adam and Eve, it took 9 months. No. I was thinking like, okay, yeah, you're right.
But isn't that interesting? Like
that is.
Took 6 days for the earth and 9 months for us. He made everybody perfect in his own image. It doesn't matter your height, doesn't matter your weight, skin color, hair color, eye color.
Amen.
You are perfect just the way you are, and don't let anybody tell you differently.
And he took his time.
Yes.
He took his time crafting you in your mother's womb. And I don't remember the verse. What is it?
You knew me before.
He knew us before we were born. He created us in our mother's womb. I'm not quoting that right. I already know that right, but you should look it up and see it for yourself.
You know the verse.
Yeah. So I have a few translations that I kind of wrote. So at the beginning of my the version that my Bible is in, the NLT, the New Living Translation, verse 10 says, "Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies." So I looked up the definition of virtuous, and it says having or showing high moral standards. And that is like crazy because I feel like we need to like up our standards. So many women may have experiences, whether it's from a friendship or a relationship or, any kind of relationship, they might have had a bad one. So then like they're looking for just like the next best thing that's even like a little bit better than the last one, but that doesn't mean that it's as it should be.
Or sometimes they think, oh, well, this is how I was treated that time. Obviously, I'm not worth much to anybody else. So I'm going to find the exact same thing, if not worse.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah. Which is not having high standards. So
you need to have high standards is good. Like how we talked about in our last episode, make a list. Make a list of your traits you want in a man and well, they should all be godly traits, let's just be honest.
Right.
So, and you have that, and then you just pray over it constantly and constantly. You ask like it's already been given to you, and it will happen.
Yeah, true. And I also wrote off to the side of my notes, when it says she is far more precious than rubies, I was like, does that mean like it's rare? Like,
Oh,
because
I didn't think about
like,
it like
I don't
that.
know. I just thought because, maybe a virtuous or, woman is rare and hard to find, because it says who can find like a virtuous and capable woman.
Yeah, I did
Woman.
not think about it
Meaning
like
like,
that.
is it rare? Is that what like the Bible's trying to, you know, but I thought that was good. And then, yeah, just a woman also having or showing high moral standards could be rare. I think, you know, I didn't really have any kind of standard when I started in my relationship, because I just it was the first one, like it was my first relationship, and I just was ready for anything. Like I was like, I'm good with anything. So like I guess I did kind of on
Like,
some
didn't know what to
level.
expect,
But yeah,
didn't know what's
I
gonna
don't I'm like, I don't
happen.
know what this means. Like I wasn't as mature as I should have been,
Right.
So yeah.
No, that's good you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually fascinating.
And then the NIV version says a wife of a noble character who can find. And I looked up the definition of noble, and it says having or showing personal qualities or high moral principles, which is kind of the same as like virtuous, like having those high standards.
For sure.
Because we want to have high standards and morals, because well, first of all, we want to study our word and realize what a godly standard is overall and pray about it. And then we're going to have God, like, well, we're not going to have him do anything, but like we're going to pray about it. And then God's going to reveal to us what we deserve. But we need to put the work into.
You can't put yourself, how do I want to say this? Like don't settle for less than what you deserve, yes. But like don't go out seeking for something that you know deep down is gonna be bad for you. You know, like does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
There's definitely something I want to say, but I can't think of it right now. We'll come back to that.
That's okay.
But
we'll come back to it.
I do like that verse very much. The next one.
Yes, we can go on to the next verse.
She rewards him with good, not evil, all the days of her life.
Is that the next one?
I'm ignoring the.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We'll come back to that one too. She rewards him with good and not evil all the days of her life. Okay, yeah. Let me read 11 through 12. So
yeah,
you have
I
an
was
understanding.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm
sorry. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Okay, the heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will not lack anything good. She rewards him with good, not evil, all the days of her life.
Okay, that's where you were going. I see now.
I apologize.
No, you're okay.
Okay, so let's unpack it.
Sure.
Okay, so first and foremost, he will not lack anything good. Like your standards should be up that high. Your husband, the person that God has put for you and has made for you, should not lack anything godly. He should not be ungodly. He should have all the traits that you want, all the characteristics he should have. So, and then going back to 12, you reward him. And it is talking about intimacy here. I have looked it up and I've talked about it. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Because that is another part of being a wife. That is a wifely duty and a husband duty that goes by goes in one and the same. Sorry, I can't talk.
You're fine.
So yeah, like if he's doing good for her and he's treating her right, like that's where she rewards him. And it is just more than just intimacy, but that is one key point.
Right.
It's also like, for me, like I would say cooking for him is definitely a good way to reward him. Or sometimes even massage. Ladies, whether your husband tells you or not, they like having massages. Like
already know that mine does. He literally, it's like every night, back scratch, massage.
Yes. That's rewarding.
Yeah. So my version, okay, I'll read 11 first and then I'll go down to 12. So the NLT says her husband can trust her and she will greatly enrich his life. And then the NIV said her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. And then I'm like all over the translations today.
You're fine.
Then the Christian Standard Bible version says the heart of her husband trusts in her. So I wrote that like we want to be someone that our husbands trust and someone that they value.
Yeah.
Obviously, like they're going to value you, but you have to, I don't know if this sounds bad, like you want to be someone that they value. Like
don't give them a reason to not trust
right,
you.
Like, yeah, that makes more sense.
Like don't be sneaky. And this goes for both guys, so please do not. This is a female podcast, so when we're talking, we're going to talk to you ladies, not to guys, because there's not guys really listening to this.
Right.
You don't want to give them a reason to not trust you. So if you're sneaking around and being secretive and hiding things, okay, they're not going to trust you.
Yeah, and then they're not valuing you.
They're going to value. Right, that's so good.
You, and they don't feel like you're being honest.
Right.
And I wrote that like rubies are valued. Like,
yeah.
And you should be far more precious than rubies. So
high
that you
price
should be
too. And think about that.
Right. Husbands won't be worried about the truth. They won't be on edge. And then not only does the husband trust with his mind, but with his heart, because it says the heart of her husband trusts in her. And he has full confidence in her, lacks nothing in value. So like the husband is valued as well, because like he is bringing a lot to the table. Like Kaden said earlier, he's good qualities. The heart of the Lord, has a heart for God. And then as far as 12, I didn't really have much notes on this, actually. My NLT version just said she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. And yours said something about rewarding, right? Yeah, so mine didn't say that. And so that's really good because I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Even when I did read those other versions, I just didn't like think on that a lot, I guess. But yeah, your husband, this kind of, I think I talked about this a little bit on the last episode, but when you have a godly husband that has a heart for the Lord, serves for the Lord, is the head of the household, has great values you, loves you, respects you, and trusts you, then, oh gosh, please don't lose my train of thought. Then I think it's good to say that, yes, the wife should reward him for that. And obviously not just intimacy, but other things, right. Cooking, cleaning, all that. So yeah, I think that's really good. I'm glad that you brought that up.
I love that we have different translations.
Yeah. Just kind of going through them all, because I want to get like all of the meaning that I can out of it. If that makes sense. Like,
no, I do.
I just want to understand it in every way.
Like how you said, like mine says reward. Yours says,
it just says she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life.
Right.
That was just verse
12 and it gives me good insight to both.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to read a few so we can unpack them together. So next verse, she selects wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from far away. She rises while it's still night and provides food for her household in proportions for her female servants. She evaluates a field and buys it and plants a vineyard with her earnings. She draws on her strength and reveals that her arms are strong. That's where I'll stop.
Okay.
And I wanted to read those together because I know that we talked about a lot of people think women shouldn't work.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with women not working.
Yeah.
But I just put on there I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. We have notes that we're going off of.
I'm so sorry.
I think that's what she meant. There we go.
Yes. Like reading that, a Proverbs 31 woman, she's working. She selects it, works with willing hands.
Yep.
She's like a merchant ship, bringing her food from far away. Like, we do work. And working doesn't just mean like getting a job and getting paid for your job. It could mean being a stay-at-home mom, cooking, cleaning, because the husband is supposed to provide. So back then that was the life. So I do understand that we are evolving.
Yeah,
I
that was
do.
the tradition.
Yes, that was a
Yeah.
tradition. But in today's society, like, I know that's probably hard for a lot of women to do, and it's not easy. But I also understand, like you want to be a stay-at-home mom one
Yeah.
day, and that's awesome. And I pray that for you. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
pray that happens for you, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But no one can sit there and tell you, like, oh, you should not work.
Yeah.
Because whether you are home or whether you are at a job, you're still working. You're
Yeah.
working to clean your house. You're working to feed your kids. You're working to take care of your husband's needs, even if he's at work or home. Like, on some level, you're working.
Mm-hmm. And I like that this like actually goes into detail of what, like, it doesn't say word for word like this woman goes to her job from this time to this time, then comes home. Like, it doesn't say she's going to a job. It says, like, it explains like what she is
Yes.
doing, but you can
You
tell
can tell,
from reading
yeah,
it
she's
that,
at
oh,
her
she's
house.
working,
Yeah.
she's doing a job. Like, it might not say like, oh, she goes to this job, but she is working. And sorry, back again to my
No, you're fine,
versions.
please.
So 13 says like she finds wool, flax, and she busily spins it. So already saying that, like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, she is busy. NIV said she selects wool and flax and
Mm-hmm.
works with eager hands, and then the CSB said works with willing hands. So I like that you
Willing,
brought that up.
eager, and I said strong.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Okay, I love that.
I know.
Eager, willing, and strong.
Mm-hmm.
She's willing to work and help. She's eager
Yes,
to do it.
I literally have
She's
that in my
not.
notes.
She's not mad to do it,
No.
and she's strong in it.
Oh yeah.
So I know we talked about, like, in our last episode, we need to be vulnerable with our husbands, but don't be so vulnerable like you can't fend for yourself or do
Right.
something for yourself. Show him that you can do this, because let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you, if he comes home to a house that's clean or a meal that's clean, he's going to be very happy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is Isaac not happy when he comes
Oh,
home? Like,
so happy.
right.
Like every
Because
single time.
your job was fulfilled, your job is
Mm-hmm.
done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you should want. You should want to please. That's where the pleasing comes in. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and the
not just
rewarding.
the rewarding. Yes, it's not just intimacy. Like, it's a bunch of other things that tie into play. So I'm glad that you read those other versions,
Yeah.
because that's empowering.
Yeah.
Empowering. Oh my gosh.
And on another note, you're not gonna have intimacy without doing all these things anyways. So
no, that's good.
Not like the godly emotional intimacy that I feel like most maybe Christian marriages have, because some people think of intimacy just like, oh, we're just, touching, laying, doing all these
sex.
things, and just
it's
sex.
Not,
and then it's like, well,
there's no love mixed into that.
right.
Let me tell you, we won't go into this because I think that would be a good episode next, but I've been starting to think about that a lot. Like, really? I have, because, like, I like how you put it. I've never said it like this, so I'm gonna laugh by saying it. Like, making love and then sex. Like, yeah. For me, like, growing closer with God, I see a difference with both of those words.
Yeah.
But I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, she's also providing for her family too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wrote. Like, it's not just the husband, but providing for their families is going to look different. Like, the husband is actually, like, he may have to leave the home and do stuff outside and do all of that. But, maybe she stays at the home and takes care of the kids. And like it says, she's selecting the wool and the flax. That probably means that she had to leave the house, go somewhere, come back home, set all that up, so she is providing as well. But between a husband and a wife, it's not always going to look the same. I did go into this a little bit more than I probably should have. So that's okay. It says that she selects the wool and the flax in the NIV. And then in the NLT, it says she finds the wool and the flax. Now, at first I'm thinking, oh, that probably means that she did go somewhere and, like, purchased that. Mm-hmm. But then I was actually talking to Isaac about this when I was studying, and I was like, wait, what if she, like, actually went out and, got the wool from the sheep and, like, did this. And I went into like this whole thing about like wool processing and like flax fibers. And I'm not going to read all of it because it is a
That's
lot.
okay.
But I'm like, what if she actually did all that? And it's a lot. It was a lot of work. Like I actually looked up the whole process. And I'm like, I don't think she did this because it only says that she finds and selects it, which makes me think she probably just purchased it and didn't actually go through all the wool shearing and the sheep
but
things.
like we never know.
Yeah, but we
never know. And that goes into the next one. And it says, she rises while it's still night and provides food for her household and proportions for her female servants.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we hate to hear this verse coming. I hate to hear this verse coming because I don't like waking up early. I don't.
No.
But
not on Sundays.
I'm sorry. Okay, my hair is done for our VBS program, and my hair ties keep breaking, and
That's
I'm
okay.
getting really stressed out about it.
I can speak a little bit about it. So yeah, mine says she is like a merchant ship and brings her food from afar, and she gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plans the day's work for her servants. And then NIV says she gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. I guess I didn't have many notes on this, but I think and I think I might say this like towards the end, but she we're not, this is a standard, this verse, like this whole
I think so
chapter
too.
here, that I think people should strive to be, but we are not going to be perfect.
No,
just as Jesus is a standard that we should all strive to be like, but we're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be because we're not Jesus and we're not perfect, but we can strive to be like him. But we are human. We have flesh, and you have to give yourself grace, because give yourself grace.
So I was so nervous to read that verse because I knew it was coming, but I just didn't want to give in to it. I was like, no, no, I'm going to keep sleeping till 10. But here's what comes into play. If you don't I'm not saying you have to get up right before the sun comes up. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But if you're sleeping until like 10, 11, 12, and I say this humbly, but I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to be honest with you guys and just speak my heart. And not everybody's going to think the same, and that's okay. But that's where laziness comes in. And that's facts. And I'm guilty of it. 1,000% I'm guilty of it.
It literally talks about this too later on, but we'll get into it.
So when you do get up early, and I've started to realize this, when you get up early, you have so much more time to do stuff. And did you know, like, I read this somewhere, so please no one quote me, look this up, okay? Don't do it. Just let me have my moment. Your brain is like kind of awake between like 5 and 6, like 6 and 7 kind of.
Because the daylight's coming in.
The daylight's coming in, and like your brain knows that. So you're supposed to get up during that time anyways, because then like you're awake and you're energized. Whereas if you get up between like 7 to 9, you're like sluggish. Have you ever done that? So like when I was in school, I'll go back to school a little bit. When I was in school, I had to get up at 6:30. I mean, yes, it kind of sucked a little bit, but I was up and I was ready for the day.
Yeah.
Whereas on the weekends, when I got up around like 9, 10, or 11, I was really sluggish all day. I had no motivation to do anything. But when you get up that early and you first and foremost, get up and read your Bible. That is hard to do. I understand that. Put your phone on the other side of the room and just read your Bible. Bask in the presence of Jesus while you wake up.
That's good.
Because then that's what's going to start your day on the right foot. You get up really early, you read your Bible, and then you start getting ready for the day. I'm not saying you have to like get dressed up for the day, but get out of your pajamas, because if you have your pajamas on, you're just gonna get back in your bed.
You're gonna be like, I'm cozy.
Yes, you make your bed, you drink water. Like, there's a lot that ties in with that, because we are not supposed to be lazy, and it says that. I have a lot of verses for laziness. I will not get into that right now, but God did not call us to be lazy. He wants us to get up, go out, and get stuff done.
Yeah. And when you said that like your mind is kind of awake, And like God, he designed like us. He designed our body. So like that
he did it for a
is
reason.
kind of him being like, okay, like I feel like it's like
wakey,
okay,
wakey.
get up now, you know. And I know what you mean. When I get up early, like Isaac and I, we started well, we haven't been doing this like the past week or two. I did this morning though, because I had to be here. But I wanted to start getting up at like 6:30, 7 in the morning on Sunday so that I could get like stuff done so that I could rest like after church because I feel like I always had like so much to do and whatever. But I get up pretty early throughout the week because of work. So that kind of forces me to like have a consistent routine. But then like when Friday rolls around and like the weekend, I'm like, oh, I just want to sleep. But then I've noticed like I haven't been doing that. Like I've been, so like my body will just like get up and be like, all right, I'm ready. Or Isaac is really good about getting me up because he gets up super early and he wakes up at like 6 o'clock. Like this morning he was up at like 6. I'm like, but like I ended up getting up with him and it felt good. Like now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like almost like 9:30 whatever, and I'm just like I've done so much today, and it motivates you.
Thank you. It does. I have so much to talk about with this because, and that's so I like to say my body clock because once you start doing it, your body just gets up. Do you know how long after I graduated high school my body still wanted to get up at 6:30 because that's what was consistent for me. And then when you get up that early, then you're gonna have your breakfast early, then your lunch will be at like 11 or 12, the normal time for lunch. Then your dinner will be around like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then you'll go back to sleep around like
9 or 10 or something.
9, 10, 11. Yeah. And that's causing you like not to snack at night, not to like eat big meals at night.
Healthy for your body, consistent
this
eating
is where
routine.
This is where the working out comes in because it's good for you.
Oh, that is good.
A lot of things tie in with this. So I'm glad we were able to unpack that. That was crazy.
Me too. So so that was, she gets up while it is still night.
I think down to,
she goes to inspect a field and buys it with her earnings, and she plants a vineyard. That was the NLT version, and then NIV says she considers a field and buys it. And I wrote that like she's smart because she's not just like, oh, I'll just take this. She's
spend money to spend it.
She's considering it. She's inspecting it, and she buys it with earnings. So she has earnings, and she is
not money that was handed to her.
She's working for it.
She worked for it.
Yep. And she plants a vineyard. Like
so good.
She what's that word? Investing, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like investing in her property. I said maybe she's a businesswoman. Maybe I don't know.
We can't ask her.
Yeah. And then 17, she's energetic, strong, hard worker. I love this. The NIV version says she sets about her work vigorously, and her arms are strong for her tasks. And I love that because it literally said like her arms are strong like muscles. And not everybody has to have muscles, but
just being able to do things like this is where the don't be lazy is.
Right.
Like if you can lift it.
It's like that one girl, like she's all like this, like she's
holding up
her arm,
and she has the red bandana on.
Yeah. I forget what it's called.
I don't know her name either. I'm just gonna say Lucy Ricardo because
maybe
she did that on I Love Lucy. She dressed up one time. So
she does look like her.
That's what I'm gonna say.
And then vigorous, it says she sets about her work vigorously. Vigorous is active strength or force. And I said like this woman is not to be messed with. Like she is strong. She in her mind and her body. And that leads me to think like
you forgot something.
She's either a what?
And she's God-fearing.
Yes, God-fearing.
Don't mess with a woman who's God-fearing because
do not.
Our words are strong. Not that we cuss. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
Your words are so much stronger when you use bigger words and not cussing words. That's what one of my teachers told me. I think I cussed one time in class because somebody made me so mad.
Oh, gosh.
And he kind of checked and he goes, cussing just makes you sound unintelligent. And I was like, crap.
It's like, I gotta stop cussing. I gotta be smart.
I was like, okay, yep, you're right.
Even if you aren't
smart. That
was
the first time I've ever done it. I was like, okay.
Even if you aren't smart, sound smart. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
that sounds bad. Maybe not. I don't know.
let's go down to 18. I'm going to
Okay.
read a little bit more because they all tie in again. She sees that her profits are good and her lamp never goes out at night. She extends her hand to the spinning staff and her hands hold the spindle. Her hands reach out to the poor and she extends her hands to the needy. She is not afraid for her household when it snows, for all of her household are doubtedly clothed. She makes her own bed coverings. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. And I'm going to stop right there. I went a little too far.
That's okay.
But I think all that ties in because I like the part where it says her hand reaches out to the poor.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that one little line ties in with verse 18 all the way through 21.
Mm-hmm.
So what I feel like it means when it says, and her lamp never goes out at night. For me, that means like, if you need me, I'm still here. Like, you know? Because back then they would have like lamps in their window.
Yeah.
So I felt like, if you need help at night, come knock on my door.
And she's extending her hand.
Yeah, she's waiting for you, and like, she may be asleep, but if you're knocking, she's going to come to you and help you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I saw that verse. And I thought that was so powerful because in today's world, it's kind of hard to do that. Some people are just rude and you just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely, times have changed. Like back then you could just, you know, go up and ask a neighbor for this, but now it's like, you know, which is understandable because people are different now and they could be crazy and they could be knocking on your door for something else. Like, I don't know. But
back then, everybody knew everybody just because it was such a small town.
But also, everybody knew everybody. But, you know, I feel like I just said, like, I don't know, times have changed and people have just gotten more, maybe more cold, maybe not as friendly.
Yeah.
And I can understand how, I can't understand how some people can be like that all the time. But if people are hurt, they just want to, you know, turn away and they want to not let people in and, you know, whatever. So it's just like a whole like personal thing. Bless you.
Sorry. I tried.
That's okay. What I thought about when I read that verse, that her lamp does not go out at night, I thought like she's not letting the darkness like consume her, and like the Lord is her light.
That's
and she's
good.
Yeah. So like that's what what I thought.
This is why we flow together, because both of our minds just have different things, but they always come together.
And I do want to go back up to like 18 a little bit, where it says like she makes sure her dealings are profitable. I wrote that like she's hardworking, she's strong, she's smart. She's gonna make sure that like her what's the word? Her product is like ready and like, you know,
ready to sell.
Yeah, right. And she's like profitable, and I just thought that was good. And then again, she's busy twisting, spinning the fiber.
She never has a free moment because she's constantly she's working. So busy. She's constantly doing something.
And I did want to say, so it says like in her hands, the NIV version, in her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. I had to look up what a distaff and a spindle were. They were used to make linen. So again, she's making clothes. And then back to extending her hand, the CSB version says she extends her hand to the spinning staff. And then verse 20 says she extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She's helpful. No matter what, she's extending her arms, whether it's working, whether it's helping, whether it's cooking. She's extending her hand not just to provide for her family, but to also help other people, like anytime. And so I just thought that was really good.
No, for sure.
And then I think we read 21, right? So she has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. NIV says when it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet.
And again, because
she's making that linen, she's working, she's providing.
Back then, I hope you guys did this. They didn't have Walmart.
Right.
They didn't have Walmart.
They didn't have
so like
generators.
Right. So like I understand if in today's timing, you can't make a bunch of clothing for your kid. Like, I understand that for sure. But back then, that was something that was needed. That was definitely probably a trait that a man had for his wife, is like, you have to be able to make clothes because clothing are so expensive.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm about to get to that point, make my own clothes because they're just getting so expensive.
Right.
And I'm adding this too, making your own food. And I'm only saying this because food is just getting so bad for you. So I guess this kind of ties in with like the health and being like a good, just the food that is getting so bad. So being able to make your own food from scratch with natural products is so good.
Yeah.
So I think, sorry, I just wanted to add that in there.
No, I love that. I love that. And then it goes on to say in 22 that she makes her own beds bread. So not only is she making clothes, and then she's dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. And I thought that was funny because I thought maybe she has good taste in fashion.
Maybe we should start wearing purple.
The style I mean, that's my favorite color. 23. Oh, did you want to go that far? Did you want to keep going?
Yeah, we can keep going.
All right, 23. Her husband is well known at the city gates where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She's clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And I'll stop there so we can kind of talk about those few verses.
Yeah, I want to say what I have for 25 because we have something a little different. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she can laugh at the time to come.
That's good.
Strength and honor. Do you realize that ever since we started reading this verse, she has not sat down for a second?
Right.
She's been constantly moving, constantly doing something up, whether it's taking care of her husband, taking care of her kids, making clothes, making food, the vineyard. Strength and honor are her clothing. So what that means for me, going back up, it says that the husband is known at the city gates. Well known.
Yes.
And if he's well known, then that means like he's there all the time. He's constantly helping. He's being helpful. He's there. He's present.
Respected.
That's a good word. Strength and honor are her clothing. People are going to know her too for what she does.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt in my mind that her husband never talked about him either.
Right.
Talked about her either. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say about that. I just think that's.
And I like that it says, so like the NIV says, her husband's respected at the city gate where he takes a seat among the elders of the land. So he's respected. God gave him the wisdom to be among the elders and the leaders of the city gate and the authority to make like legal decisions. Because I'm assuming that means that those
back
people
then
have
that
the
was
authority, and that was
high,
like
high standards. Right.
So she's got like this respected, well-known husband as well. But she's not letting that be her identity.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
That's his identity, being sat with the elders. Her identity is being a God-fearing woman of God. But then
they're both like, obviously they both have an identity in Christ, but that's where Christ has like brought them, Again, she's making the belted linen garments and the sashes to sell. So she's making profit and has a business going on. Yes. And then so she's clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future. I looked up dignity, and it says it signifies a state of quality of being worthy of respect and honor. And it encompasses the inherent worth of every individual and their right to be treated with respect regardless of their circumstances.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good.
Meaning no matter what position they're in, she's going to
should always be treated with respect, even, Yeah,
because you're no higher than me, and I'm no higher than you. So why would we treat each other? I'm going to treat you differently because you have your glasses on today and I don't. Like,
wow, thanks. That hurts my feelings.
like,
no, I'm just kidding.
No, like that's kind of the point here.
Yeah.
Crap. Hold on.
And I don't know if you guys have this app. It's called the Logos app. I have it, and I was looking on there to help me study this verse for a little bit. And about the verse 25, it says, while the excellent wife produces clothing from fine linen, she's better known for her character. It's not about her looks. It's about how she treats people as Jesus did.
That's so good.
And I love that. And then I wrote, like, in my own words, that again, she's extending her hand to the needy and provides warmth for people, just as Jesus extends his grace and love for us all and comforts us. Like, she's, making clothes and making sure that her kids and her husband and are warm and comfortable and comforting them in that way, as well as helping the needy and comforting them as Jesus, like, is our comfort, So I just really, so far, I see that she's being like the hands and feet of Jesus. And then also, like earlier, she's keeping her lamp on.
God favors women.
Yeah.
And that's in there. Like, I'm not going to quote it, but God does favor women.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know if
maybe it's not in the Bible, but somebody higher than me in my church definitely told me that. Keep talking while I look this up.
So, yeah, she's being like Jesus. I'm definitely seeing the hands and feet of Jesus in here. And I like how the Logos app said, like, she makes clothes, she wears this fine linen, but she's not known for that. Like, she's known for her character. She's known for being a helping hand. She's not known for, like, oh, that's the lady who's wearing the fine purple linen. This is the lady I buy my linen from. I buy my clothes from. Like, that's great. That's great quality that she has. And, it's a great hobby that she's doing and it's great work, but that's not what she's known for. Because if her husband is known, she is known, but her husband is known for being like one of the high leaders and he's very respected. So she is known, but they are both known for their character and how they embody Christ.
Yeah. So retract everything I just said.
Okay.
Because I am not 1,000% sure on that, and I can't remember who told me that.
Okay.
So retract that information.
All right.
I just think when I say favor, I don't mean like he prefers us over men. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
I just think he thinks highly of us.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can move on to 26 if you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her mouth speaks wisdom and loving instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the activities of her household and is never idle. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also praises her. Many women have done noble deeds, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord will be praised. Give her the reward of her labor and let her works praise her at the city gates.
That's good.
Just those few verses.
Man.
We're just...
Yeah.
First and foremost, she speaks wisdom. And that's hard. And loving instruction. That's kind of what we're doing. Loving instruction right here.
Right.
This is what our podcast is for. Like,
yeah.
You don't always have to agree with anything we say. And we always encourage you to go out and check for yourself. That's what I just did. I had to correct myself and check it, and I fixed it.
Yeah, and we're not going to be afraid to, like, admit when we're wrong. Like,
no.
We're
20 years old. We're still learning.
Right. We're still learning. I used to... So, like, back in our early days, like, I feel like if Isaac... This is just, like, an example. Like, if he would have, like, corrected me on something, which he was always, like, loving, obviously. He was never rude about it. But I probably would have been, like, a little embarrassed. Yep. And I probably would have just kind of shut down and, like, not accepted it, maybe. Like, I still, I don't know. But, like, recently we had like this conversation, and I won't go into it, but, like, I was corrected and I, was like, oh yeah, like, I needed to be corrected on that. Like, you're right. And not that I was doing anything bad, but I just needed to be, like, corrected.
Criticism is good to have.
So, and he was loving about it and kind about it, and he, it was just funny because, like, we don't, like, argue, like I was kind of saying in the last episode, and we don't, like, fight, whatever, but we do have some, like, disagreements maybe, and, like, we just have those, like, discussions, and, like, I was corrected, and then I actually, I don't want to say enjoyed, but, like, I kind of liked it because I was like, oh my gosh, like, he was portraying and, like, fulfilling his role as a husband. Like he needed to correct me. So I was just like,
because they're supposed to help you with your walk of faith.
And I was like, oh man, like I do need to work on that. Thank you so much for correcting me and doing it so kindly and like showing me that this is needs to be something that I need to change. And I loved it. Like it was just, I just love that. But what were we talking about? I remember what we were talking about. I just don't remember how we were talking about it in this verse.
That's okay.
Oh, loving instruction. Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Loving instruction. Because we are supposed to take criticism very well, and it's hard. But once you start growing in your faith, I know I had a hard time taking criticism because like, who are you to tell me what's right and what's wrong? And like
we need to just take our pride and just
shut it
down sometimes
and really think about it. I mean, we've gotten criticism, constructive criticism on our podcast. And at first, I'm sure, like, I mean, I was like, come on. I mean, we're new at this.
We're working on it.
We're working
on better as we go.
And then once we talked about it, we're like, okay, here's what we can do. Here's what's better, good, whatever. And we fixed it. She watches over the activities of her household and is never idle.
Ooh, this is good. So mine says she carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness.
That's
what mine said. And then
that's not in mine, but that's good.
Christian Standard Bible said she watches over the activities of her household and is never idle. So that was that one. And then NIV says she does not eat the bread of idleness. So
idle means lazy. I just looked it up.
If you don't know what the meaning of idle or idleness is, it is lazy or laziness. And it's saying that she does not suffer from being lazy because she is not lazy. She's willing to work and be energized. And lazy means not willing to work or use energy. Like that's literally what it means.
Isn't that crazy how God made that work? Because I did not know what idle meant. Like
really?
I did not get a chance to I was like, maybe I know about it, maybe not. So I had no idea. It does not talk about laziness in my version. So that's crazy. God made that.
Yeah, he did.
Good job, God. Good job.
Yeah, and that kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier. And I was like, I knew we were this was gonna be brought up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna talk about that. How crazy is that?
That's awesome.
Can I just go back to that other verse?
Please,
really
sorry.
Quick?
Yes,
I'm so
please.
sorry. I just wanted to say this one thing about her speaking. So she speaks kind, faithful, loving instruction, does not speak negatively. Her words are wise from God. There is wisdom. I wrote that this could mean she's prioritizing her prayer time with the Lord, because how else could she be wise and have wise words? Gaining wisdom from God and his word. And then I said, like, something I need to work on is being careful or more thoughtful with my words. Not that I cuss, but you can still speak like meaningless negative things without cussing and without like realizing it.
You can be too blunt.
That is realizing how important and impactful your words are. If someone needs instruction or correction, she does it kindly, lovingly, has faith that the Lord will guide her through it. And I said this earlier, but we were kind of talking about this a few weeks ago. Excuse me, sorry. We were kind of talking about this a few weeks ago, and I say, oh my gosh. I say, oh my gosh. And I need to say like something different.
Oh my
Lanta. Like, obviously it's not like I'm not saying oh my God. Like I'm not saying that. I used to. I do not anymore. But I am still putting in that word. It's like if you're saying like
oh freak.
Oh freak. It's like, oh, you're saying you're just putting in that word. You're substituting it for the actual cuss word. But it still means the same thing. So I am admitting that. I need to work on that. Now, I have been saying, like other things, like I think I would be like, oh my goodness, or oh goodness. Like I start saying like, oh goodness, just, and I think that's fine, but I just don't want to.
And let me say, like, fixing your wording comes with time and patience, because that was something I struggled with a lot too. Like I said, my Lord. And for me personally, I did not ever take it as saying God's. I never did. I know that sounds crazy because I am saying, oh Lord, but I have never taken it like that. I never said GD. I never said JC. Like, I think I did one time by accident for each one, and I cried both times because I know it's wrong. So I asked somebody at my work, I was like, does this mean this? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, no. And I had to repent because I felt so bad. But again, God knew my heart. And so that comes with growing with Christ. Like I say, oh, freak sometimes every now and then, but I'm like, okay, hold on. Let's backtrack. Let's fix it. What's something we can say to replace it?
Yeah.
So now, oh, my Lanta is where I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is good because, like,
Constructive
you're
criticism.
realizing it yourself. Yeah. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh man, like you feel that kind of conviction and God kind of checks you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. If I do say that, like, it just comes out. And I'm not trying to say that that's an excuse.
No.
But if I do say that, just know that I am working on it.
It's a process.
Sometimes I'll say like, oh, goodness gracious. Like I'll say that. So I think that's kind of what I've been like saying more.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the verses. So did you have anything else to say about like the laziness?
No, I think I
all right, yeah.
hit pretty hard on that earlier.
Yeah. And then 28 says her children stand and bless her and her husband praises her.
Her husband praises her.
Awesome. Yes. How sweet is that? That is love. Like that is so.
I think this is one of the verses that made me realize that my standards were too low.
Oh.
I did.
That's good.
Because why would I want somebody who doesn't praise me for the things that I'm doing right? Yeah. And I'm not saying I need recognition for every single thing I do. Yeah. But when it comes from your spouse, your husband, a man of God who is held to such a high standard, and he looks at me and he says, "You're doing a great job today." And oh my gosh.
And the appreciation, like just telling your spouse or
yes,
you know, your significant other, I appreciate you. Like, thank you for doing this. Like that is enough. Yes. Just like that one thing. And, you know, sometimes Isaac and I, like I will admit, like we're really good about that. Like I will tell him at least once a day, thank you so much for doing this. Like, thank you for going to work today. And
making me so happy.
Yeah. Like even though I also work and I have a job, like he'll be like, thank you for going to work today. Like you work so hard. And which really he like has a harder job than I do. My job's my job is like mentally, his is more like physically. Like mine's mentally hard, his is physically hard. So, but no matter what you do, you're doing, you know, a good work. And so we never fail about telling each other that we appreciate each other and we love each other and that we're doing a great job.
Yeah. And to think like, that's how, again, I'm not in a relationship, but I just know that when my time does come and my husband looks at me and tells me that he's proud of me, that's going to be a type of love that I've never felt before. If I'm being 1,000% honest, like, sure, I've heard the words, but I think I'll feel it on a different level.
Yeah. And
does that make sense?
Even if you've heard it, because even if you've heard it from like a friend, it's like, oh man, that really means a lot. Like we can tell each other, it's like, oh, that really means a lot. It's like, oh, thank you. But when it's coming from your spouse, which is who you are, you share everything with, like
a man that God holds to such a high standard.
And a man that God has for you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, like God knew I needed to hear this. So he's telling me through this person.
And like your godly husband, like well, obviously he should be devoted to his Bible. So like he knows everything that's happening in here. So just knowing that all that information in his head, and then he actually takes time out of his busy day to look at me and tell me, I'm proud of you. You're doing such a good job. Thank you. I'd probably, honestly, I'm just an emotional person. I'd probably cry.
Do it. That's okay.
But you know what? How do you think they would feel if we did the same thing? But you actually have to mean it. You can't just be like, you know, I'm just so proud of you today. No. Grab them by the hand and just be like, I'm proud of you. You are doing so good today.
Look them in the eye.
Look, the eye connection is so important. Thank you.
Just have an intimate moment. Like it is
intimate moments.
It is so busy sometimes. It is so busy sometimes. And I don't have kids, but I know people who have kids, it's even crazier, even busier. You need to take that minute, just a minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds to take your partner's hand, look them in the eye. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's all it takes. It's a few words.
Because that
could change someone's whole
another form
day.
of intimacy that I think is so important. Because I feel like if I were to get married and they never did that for me, I would feel like I was failing, not only as a woman, but like as a mother when that time did come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I like how you said as a mother, because it also says her children stand and bless her. Like, and why do you think they're doing that? Because they have a good example of a father.
Yes, thank you.
Just as we have a good example of a father to appreciate our spouses.
And even if we don't have a good example as an earthly father, we do have a father.
We have a heavenly father that surpasses all.
Yeah, we look towards to for anything and everything, and that's what I just love about him.
Amen.
I just have in caps like godly husband praises their wife, because
that's just powerful.
I know we just talked about it, but that's just, I want you guys to understand, if you are with the right person and he's godly, he's supposed to praise. If he's praising you, girl, put a ring on it. Like just
immediately.
They're just, you're both supposed to be encouraging. Like,
yes.
That's just what I have to say about it.
Yeah, I like that. Verse 29.
Yeah.
There are many and virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. And I think that's kind of like the husband saying that to the wife. Again, going back to the beginning of the verse, virtuous, capable. He's saying like, wow, you are just, again, saying like you are rare. Like there are many of these people in here, but like you surpass them. Like you are rare. Like, that is beautiful. I wrote that like her husband does not speak negatively of her. He respects her. He appreciates her. He knows her character. Her children also recognize her character and know that she is blessed by God. And I just love that because, again,
that's just powerful.
She's showing her character in all of these things that we just read through, extending a hand, making clothes, all of that. She is showing her character. Yeah. And it's not about what she wears, what color linen, the quality of the linen. It's not about,
what kind of jewelry she has.
It's not even really about if she is getting up early every single day.
No.
It says she is, which is great. But like I said, we have this standard to go by, but we're not perfect. No. And even if we don't get up early one day of the week, doesn't mean that,
progress is real. Like, like going back to getting up early, like my alarm's set for 8:30. Even if I get up before 9:30, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because that's such a huge accomplishment for me.
And, when you have low expectations, it's hard to just jump straight into the super high expectations. It takes progress, like you said. Like, it's like, okay, now this is my new expectation for the day. Okay, I surpassed that now. And let's go to another expectation.
Building your characteristics and making them high, you have to keep, this is when you're working on yourself, because if you're going from like a bad relationship to like a really healthy one, then this is when like insecurities come in. This is where a lot of reassuring. Like when I find somebody, like I may need a little reassuring here and there, but that's now. If I were to have found somebody back then during my hard time, I would have needed a lot of reassuring. Like, no, you're fine. Like, you're for me. Like, I'm not cheating. Like,
Yeah.
But now, like, growing in my faith, like, God's not going to send me somebody that's going to cheat on me. And God's not going to send me somebody that's just going to use me. He's going to send me somebody that's going to praise me.
Yeah.
And be proud of my accomplishments. And be proud of where I came from and who I am now.
And you're in that season now to be ready for that, because God is preparing you.
Don't get me started on this.
Don't
get me started.
All right, next verse. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. And NLT version says that beauty is fleeting. And I looked it up, and fleeting is short-lived. So like, beauty is not going to last forever. Charm is not going to last forever. Charm is deceptive. Charm
what do you guys think
is deceitful. Beauty is vain. That's what the CSB version says. You get
old, and old people are beautiful. That's not what I'm saying at all. But your looks fade away, people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they have a muscle toned body now. It's probably not going to be there when they're like
when you
80.
Get old, you have wrinkles, and
I'm sorry,
looks don't matter as much.
That's just facts.
Yeah. But it's about your character, which is going to stay.
Yes.
So the wife is not characterized by charm or beauty, but by the fear of the Lord.
Fear of the Lord.
Fear of the Lord.
It's not about looks, guys. How many times do we have to say that? It's not about looks. God does not care if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're beautiful in the worldly standards, but in the godly standards, you are beautiful if you fear God. That goes for both male and female. But again, we're talking to females right now. We're talking to girls. We're talking to women. If you fear the Lord, he favors you. Yes. I mean, that's all that matters right now.
And if some people are a little confused and don't really know what that means, like I didn't really know what it means a few years ago. Now I understand it. Fearing the Lord is like respecting the Lord, like reverence for the Lord. So that it doesn't mean that you're scared of him. You are respectful of him and you respect what he has for you, and you don't treat him just like some guy up in the sky. You know,
he's not some man on the moon, guys.
No, like
he's
none
not
of
Zeus.
That. None of that. Like, so that's what fearing the Lord is: respecting the Lord, obeying the Lord, playing out. Well, I don't want to say playing out, but taking what he has for you and not like dismissing it. Yeah. You know, taking what he has for you is obeying him. Doing what he says to do is obeying him. So stuff like that is what it means to fear the Lord, and how you act. Yep. Just your character, just like we said. Yep.
And I agree with all that 100%. I do think for me, like, I am a little scared of God, like, but like not in like I'm scared of bad people.
Yes, but if you read the Old Testament, you'd know why.
Yeah, like I am scared of God. Like he has power. Like guys, he has power.
Yeah,
he's got power.
And sometimes being scared of something or someone,
it's a good scared,
is like intimidation too. Like it's a good thing to be intimidated. Yeah. And that doesn't always mean that they're scary, but it means, like Kaden said, powerful, like super
like
powerful.
So like how I talked about in the last episode, like God has my person planned for me, and I have talked about it. I've prayed about it a lot, but the fear of me messing, so like my fear, not that it's going to happen, is like me going back to my old self. Okay, well that fear is in there, and like the fear that he will take my person away from me. That's the kind of fear I'm talking about, is because he has the power to do that. If I were to go back and be the person that smoked constantly and just was in her head all the time, God's not going to give me that godly husband, because then I would bring him down. And that's not something this would never happen, guys. I'm very good in the place I'm at. I'm very happy. But just as an example.
Yeah. That's good. And verse 31 says,
give her the reward of her labor and let her works praise her at the city gates.
That's good.
I see that as like heaven gates. Like when I think, I mean, it could probably be used, it's probably something else, but I see it as, should we praise in heaven?
Yeah.
Like, that's good, right?
Yeah, that is good. And good. Like it says, it's not saying like, reward her for she is beautiful. Reward her for she is charming, for she is fleeting. Because what did we just say? Like all of that does not last forever. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. That's why she's being praised, because of what she's doing for the Lord, because of her character, which is of the Lord, and fearing the Lord.
Yeah. I do have some things written down that I want to talk about real quick. So I looked up last night a couple of verses that complement Proverbs 31.
Okay.
Yeah. So Proverbs 12:4, a worthy woman is a crown to her husband, but a disgraceful one is like rottenness in his bones.
That's like you might have this written down, but I was actually reading these verses a few days ago, and it said like it is better to like be on the rooftop than like in a house with a certain type of woman, like a, what was it? A nagging woman. Oh, no, like a nagging woman. Sorry. No, it's okay. Because it's better to be literally on top of the roof than to be in the house with a nagging woman. I can't quote that verse right now. And that's probably not like
this is when your guys'
actual
research
quote
comes in and checks
but
it.
I know that it does say that in the Bible.
Yeah.
We don't want to nag.
No,
we don't want to, because then your husband's not going to praise you. Your husband's not going to, respect you or trust you and be like, oh my God, sorry, I was not going to say God.
No, you're good.
I was going to say gosh. I heard it. But I didn't finish. Again, my bad. Anyways.
You're okay.
Yeah. Go on.
The next one I have is, so that verse was like emphasizing the positive impact a virtuous wife has on her husband. That's what that was talking about.
Good.
Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So, I could talk about this for a long time, but we don't have time for that. But I'll just talk about myself again because I can't talk about you, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once I started fearing God and fearing like what could potentially happen to my life, what could potentially like God could do in my life if I kept going down the wrong path, scared the crap out of me. So when I started opening my Bible and reading what I needed to be reading, that's when the knowledge started to kick in. That's when I was like, oh, he's serious. Oh, he's being for real. He's not lying. He's not playing games with me. He's being serious.
Yeah.
Because this was not the first time I messed up. Like back in sophomore or junior year, I messed up, and then it happened again, like after I graduated. But like he was telling me, like, you can't do this again. Like you have to stay on track. So fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. When you start fearing him and praising him and worshiping the way you should be doing, that's when the knowledge will start to come in. That's when your questions will finally be answered and your prayers will start being answered.
Yeah, that's good. Got to get in the word.
Yeah.
And to kind of close this out, I just wanted to say again, like, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. No. You're not perfect. Nobody's going to be perfect. Jesus is the only perfect person and who lived. And I just wanted to say that. And, what we read today and what we, broke down today is a great example and a great standard of a godly woman, a godly wife. But we're not perfect. And we cannot be like this every single day. Like, even if we're close to being like it, we're not going to be perfect. Now, like I said earlier, it's a great standard to be held to. And we should strive to be like that every day. But we can't, we're just not going to be perfect. But we can try.
We want to meet you. If you're perfect in this whole Proverbs 31 thing, give us a call.
Yeah,
because we would love to know what you're doing.
Yeah, what's your schedule?
It's hard.
And like I said earlier as well, just like we can never be perfect as Jesus was, we can strive to be just as he was. And
that's so good.
God knows your thoughts. He knows your heart. He knows if your words are aligning with your heart. He knows if your worship is aligning with your heart. He knows if your prayer is aligning with your heart. He just knows it all. And he knows that we can't be perfect as Jesus was, but we can strive to be. But we're going to fall short because we're human and we have flesh. But that also shouldn't be an excuse as to why we
you can't start sinning and be like, oh, I'm just human. No, if I were to go back and start doing what I'm doing now, God's gonna be like, what? You're being dumb.
Because you've made so much progress to get to where you are now. That's a sorry excuse, but it is true.
Honesty.
we are sinners. We fall short. We're human. We have flesh. But when you're growing in that relationship with the Lord and then you're still saying that, it's kind of like it's true, but you can't make excuses.
It's lukewarm is what it is.
Yes, it's lukewarm. If you're still living like that and you're continually making those decisions still every day and sinning and you're like, oh, I'm just human, I fall short. Well, yes, but you're not growing in your relationship with God then if you're still falling short. If you're saying that every week, no.
Right.
So, yeah.
I want to say one thing. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So in my She Reads Truth Bible, I have tiny things that start or different. It just talks about different stories. So I just want to read something really quick and then we can end it there. We can submit ourselves to Christ and begin faithfully with the small things. It doesn't have to be anything huge. You don't have to give up your addiction right away. It's just progress. It's you praying. It's you praying God helps you with that situation. If we begin with the fear of the Lord, he will make us brave, trustworthy, industrious. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. Industrious, strong, and good. Some women adorn themselves with gems. But the rare woman who adorns herself in Christ is the gem. Walk in his way, and he will reveal his gorgeous, shining goodness in you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many wise words there.
If I botched that, I apologize.
It's okay.
It's been a long day.
We are not perfect.
Not perfect. But that's kind of what we have for the day, guys. And we just want to thank you for being here and listening to our episode 3.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope that you continue to listen.
Yeah.
Please, if you're on Spotify, we are on YouTube now.
We're on YouTube.
I forgot about that.
Surprise!
Either YouTube, Spotify, or both.
That's where we're at.
Follow us. Add us to your watch or listen list. Yeah.
And please tell us some other things you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, comment.
We love
Feel free.
And we thank you guys, and we're gonna pray for y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.